Okay, we've all learned about Lewis and Clark in history class, and if you've been here before, you might have seen my video on Sacagawea. That was certainly the frontier of my YouTube journey. But Sacagawea was not the only interesting member on this expedition. A lesser known member of this expedition was named York. He was Clark's slave that accompanied them throughout their entire journey. And he was like kind of raising up the ladies, okay? I won't lie. I'm Nikki, and this is Quick History, a new series on my channel where I quickly tell you something about history because you have shit to do. Let's get into it. Although York was William Clark's slave, he played a vital role in their expedition because he was a skilled hunter. He also helped the group not die many a time at the hands of hostile Native American tribes. They would see this group of explorers with a cute dog, a lady with a baby who was Sacagawea, and this big black guy, York, that they thought, huh, these folks don't look much like the usual white guys coming around here. Maybe we give these ones a chance and see what's up. Clark was not cool, as most slave owners were not cool, though. It sounds like he falsely promised York his freedom in exchange for helping him get to the Pacific through this expedition, because there have been multiple documented points where York and Clark have kind of been butting heads, or there was just some tension because it sounds like there was just some false promises being made. Even after the expedition was fully completed, and York helped him stay alive multiple times, Clark still refused to free York, which is pretty shitty. What a douche. However, from all written accounts of other white members of the expedition, it doesn't seem like York was treated the same as most other slaves during this time period. It seems like York was treated better than most other slaves at this time because of two reasons. One, he was able to use a rifle to hunt, which was not really done at that point. And two, when it came down to any voting that the group had to do, or like any speaking about some type of disagreement, York could speak up, he could have an equal vote, and so did Sacagawea, which is pretty cool. The main reason I wanted to talk about York is because he was just rizzing up the ladies, okay? I just couldn't get over it. I thought it was so funny. So multiple times throughout the expedition, there's been many documented times of women just like kind of being intrigued by York. One journal entry said that in some of the tribes it was customary for husbands to welcome guests by having wives sleep with them. Seems legit, but it seems like everyone was like quite excited to have York sleep with their wives, which was kind of funny. But even in tribes where polygamy was frowned upon, it sounds like York was like kind of doing something to the ladies, because at nighttime when everyone was sleeping, women would like sneak out of their tents and just so happen to bump into York, and some things might happen. Beyond the journal entries of the white people who were on this expedition, we don't really know a lot about York because he was illiterate and he couldn't read or write, But we just do know that Clark was an absolute douche to him. And obviously that makes sense, right? The slave owners weren't nice to their slaves, but it just makes me mad. It makes my blood boil. There was this one time where York had swam across some body of water to a sandbar so that he could collect greens for them to have dinner, like the entire camp. And Clark was just being an asshole to him, okay? Because he got sick a couple days later, maybe from the cold in the water or something. I don't know. But he got sick a couple days later. York was really fatigued and stuff, and he was just not looking so great. And Clark's out here being like, ugh, it's because he's fat and unaccustomed to walking. He's been with you for this entire expedition. Obviously, he's carrying your shit and stuff too, right? He's doing his slave duties, which is probably intensive manual labor, So I don't know. I just kept getting triggered. I guess swimming is not an intense workout. Walking with all of your shit is not an intense workout. But yeah, he's a fat tub of lard, sure. Clark just pisses me off. The older I've gotten, the more I'm fuck Lewis and Clark. Sacagawea and York is who I'm interested in. But we don't know that much about them. They weren't the ones who were reading and writing to document all this stuff, unfortunately. Anyway, That's all I have for you on York. Not a lot, but it was something quick. Hopefully, you learned something new. That's all I have for you. If you have any other stuff that you want me to talk about in the future, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!